Hello my friends and welcome to episode 16 of Motorsport Manager with Predator Racing. Today we are once again in Munich and we have a new driver to introduce. We've got Shona Stover replacing Frank Kinney. Brought her in. Frank was on very much decline. He was down to 1.5 stars. She is a pay driver. She does have less marketability, which is a bit of an issue. But overall I think it's okay. We're going to go for the standard 2-stop here. I say that I've messed up Shonia's thingy there, but we'll see how they get on. You can stay like that, you can probably go like that actually, and we'll see what we can get out of you. But Shona is a number 2 driver. We're switching to the 1-2 system. Baotang will be equal status, but I've managed to glitch it just now. I'm not sure how I managed to glitch it, but all the best parts are on Shona's car, but he's happy, so that works out fairly well. So, you know, happy days there. We are in talks with another driver because, again, I've just had enough of Baotang. It will reduce our marketability. We won't be able to get as good sponsors, but we'll have better drivers, which I think will be a big difference. Now, I did try and get Edda John Sadar. Not interested in talking. So there is one driver I'm talking to who hopefully will be beneficial for us in the long term. If we can get to about lap 5 here with Stover, we'll be okay for that stop. Overall though, it's 3rd and 16th. This highlights why I wanted better drivers. You know, I know she's in the better car, but it's a big difference. And the car difference isn't that much. We are getting every bit of performance out of the car just now, so we will continue to improve that, and obviously we should get a fairly decent leap for next season as well. In fact, she is fighting with Cavalcanti very well here, so again, good improvements shown just by improving the drivers. Fighting very well, keeping Stabo behind her, although eventually it does lose out to both Stabo and Schober, but was fighting well. Down into 5th now, and that's us onto lap 5, so again can probably go overtake and attack here on Stover's car. Have a look at the condition, by the way, absolutely perfect. I cannot complain about that any whatsoever, and it really shows that we are making good decisions this season. You know, we made bad decisions last season and it's cost us this season as well, but you know, it's working out long term. We will bring that up, and we're not quite getting the fuel, but that's fine. Can just do that, and Stover fighting away for that position. Tank down in 20th, so it really does show the difference here. Again, I know Stover's in a faster car, but it's not that much faster. Good unlap from Stover though, as she comes into the pit lane for her first pit stop, and we'll be switching to the slower, harder compound. We will go neutral and medium, but she is making that strategy work just now. Do we have excess fuel here on Baotang? I think we do, but in 19th place it's not good enough. Realistically, let's be honest, not good enough here from Baotang. But he's our lead driver, so we're going to follow him just now. We say lead driver. He's certainly not got a pit stop in hand to Stover, I don't think. Our new American driver, she's 2-star from memory, but does have 3-star potential. And as much as I said I don't want to sign drivers on potential, it's an improvement on both our drivers just now, because we had 1-star, 1.5 star, and 1-star. So going to 2-star is great. She is obviously second choice, or second driver, so again gets us that number 1 status, number 2 status that I wanted to have. We're not quite in a position, I don't think, to even remotely have equal drivers. We're just not close enough to being competitive enough. We need to have one really good car out there, I think. Everyone else starting to make their pit stops now. Stover back up to 15th, Baotang up to 4th, but he has not yet stopped. He is fighting here with Mello, but you know, not convincingly by any stretch. We will actually maybe pit him at the end of this lap. That's fine. I'm looking at the wrong driver. Bow tank, please. Just enough fuel and no more. Parts are fine. Pit. I'm amazed he was content with the car. It literally said he was angry and I changed 2 bits, which actually gave Stover an even bigger lead in part performance, and he was then content. As I said, I don't understand it, but whatever. It's not my concern. Stover does indeed go past Boateng back down into 15th, but has, in fact, he's back down to 20th by the time he's out of the pit lane. We will go into medium, and we're okay here with Stover. We just need to get to lap 15, so we can again push on the engine onto high. Stover doing a fairly decent job. We do have new sponsors here. For 10th position, as I said, we are now going to start losing star rating. So I think we only had 1 3-star sponsor anyway. They weren't popping up very regular. So overall, I think it's not going to hit us too hard in the pocket. Maybe hit us a little bit hard, but again, it wasn't a great 3-star sponsor. It was like 500,000 up front and 100,000 per race. It was not a good 3-star sponsor by any stretch. And I think realistically, if you're playing the markability game, you need to be looking at hitting 4-star, and we're not close to that yet. Stover's still doing a decent job in 10th though. You know, holding off Rogers okay. And very underpowered car, but again, hopefully we can see improvements there throughout this season, and hopefully next season, and having a 1-2 situation. Or a number 1 and a number 2 situation will help us out. I do prefer that on Motorsport Manager historically. I don't know why I went for 2 equal drivers, because it was never a good decision in that regard. But it does maybe highlight that Ines Santa Ana was performing above where the car could, and Frankie Kane was just having a stormer of a season last year, maybe, I don't know. We are on to lap 15 now. How much fuel do we have here? Not enough for another 2 laps. We're fine. Bring it in. Give her the fuel. 10 laps worth of fuel. Again, that's an issue. Bring it in. We'll go overtake and attack for this lap. Try and, get a good in lap. Are we in good shape here or not? I don't know. No rain on the forecast. I haven't checked that once this race weekend, so really should be doing better with that. But in comes Stover, and she will be in 20th, but nobody else has made their last pit stop yet. We'll go medium because, oh, that's not good. Brake issue for Boateng, who is once again running in effective last. Hopefully we can get these last few laps out of him, and then we can get him onto the softer compound tyre. We can maybe be a bit more competitive. Repairs for Dreyfus, so can we jump above him with Stover? We cannot. We're behind Valdez, unfortunately. Tang behind Dembele as well, so not ideal under either driver circumstances right now, but hopefully we can start to close that gap fairly soon to ZRT, who I believe we now have a better car than. So it's frustrating to see us so far behind, but again, I think Valdez is a very good driver for them. I think he's about 3-star, whereas we're obviously not close to that. How long will these tyres last for? 8 laps, so we are in the window very much now for these super softs, or the softs rather, the softer compound. Stover up into 18th, having a fairly decent debut race from Shona Stover. I think we go this lap now for Boateng. That's fine. No, we're going soft. That's fine. 6 laps after stops. That's fine. Again, we'll go that. We'll fix the brakes. It's a 17-second pit stop overall, and we'll bring him in. I don't want to push in because he will then have to retire, which would not be good. In fact, I don't even know if he's going to make it round this lap on 4%. That's very, very close. Boateng falling down into 11th now as well. Just before that, don't need to race too much here. You're on a different strategy. In you go, son. Does indeed make it. Stover should comfortably get past her teammate. Having made all her stops though, I expect to get to the end and maybe try and jump some more places, although there's only actually Mello left to pit, so 16th. Doesn't show great improvement actually. Was hoping to show a bit more here. I think we've just ran medium too often. I think maybe 2 mediums, 1 medium and a soft might have been the better option for this strategy. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it, and the maths way in my head was that way. And realistically, probably not the best strategy. Could see a big difference early on, soft to mediums, in terms of performance. And obviously this chassis just isn't great. But we're fighting, and that's all I can ask. Stover doing a decent job. Can we hold off? No, we can't hold off Mello, unfortunately. So back down into 16th as he came through the pit lane. Do have excessive fuel, so we can go into push. Not a huge amount of excessive fuel, but we can push on high. But again, we're on one of only a couple of medium runners here actually. Only us and Zerati on the medium for this stint, so not ideal. I think actually, yeah, we could have ran 2 of the softer compounds rather than 2 of the harder compounds. We're back down into 17th, so this is kind of where we've been all season long. 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and again ZRT are going to gain points on us here, with both Valdez comfortably ahead of us and Dembele ahead of Tang. So not ideal for a team performance here, but hopefully we can squeeze some more points out. Come on, Stover. Just wanted a good debut off you. You can go like that for the last lap. Don't think it'll make any real difference. And hopefully Stover's tyres don't fall off a cliff, or otherwise we'll lose another point, which would be a big, big shame. Come on. Doing good. Last corner. Over the line in 17th and 20th. Not a great start at all for Shauna Stover in the Predator car. Saving. That's okay. So next race, I think, if I'm looking at this correctly, will be Tondela. Now, probably looking at that wrong this time. Even with a 5-second drive. Oh no, it's a drive through for Mello. But even with that, not even close. Nearly 30 points behind. We need to find something. We need to get something. Because this has not been a good enough season for us. We need to be improving our team marketability. We need to be improving the drivers. We need to improve everything. As you see, just under 2-star with just under 3-star potential. So we'll improve here rather than declining. He can't do anything, but he's -4 in every stat consistently. It's very, very frustrating. As you see, we've got 2.3 million in the bank. Where are we next? I think it's Tondela. Oh no, it's Guildford. I did look at it wrong. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll hopefully catch you all next time.